Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Before we dive into the game, I just want to mention that after the stream at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, so about 2 hours after the end, I will be joining Zerfall for his MS Bike Ride charity stream. So if anyone is around at that time, please stop by and join us for that. So, without further ado, our players are...
Hi, I'm Davey Big Mac Shepherd. I play Braxon. He's a human fighter who lives on an asteroid near Bral. Or he used to live on an asteroid near Bral.
Hi, I'm Daikami-sama and I play Solas Ebha, who is a half-elf cleric mage scholar, basically.
I'm James. I play Ockar, human paladin of Tyr, who's trying to think of how I'm going to explain to the guards why we're surrounded by a bunch of dogs and dead bodies.
Lafdul will just point to you.
Well, some of the dead bodies are wolves, so I am Kiji-kun, and I play Sinrae now, who I cannot pronounce today, apparently. She is a elven courier. Quotes.
Hi, it's my God, who am I? I play Levalithana, an elven wild mage.
Some players may be a little sick today.
Yeah, I'm definitely sick. Hi, I'm Zach. I play Lafdul Mingslade, a special priest of Everin Illiser, and he's from Realm Space. He also steals stuff. He's a dog whisperer. He's a hound master. He's a master of horrible coughs.
So you have many
three
titles.
titles.
The player of Higgimus is running a bit late, so we will just be getting started without him. We left off last time. There had been, as alluded, quite a few dogs involved in a fight. They're still here.
Dismiss them.
Can you dismiss them? You can dismiss them. They do start wandering
Dismiss
away.
them to their owners or wherever. Just say return home.
Okay.
The dog patrol is leaving.
Just prevent them from taking any body parts.
Yeah,
Oh, Sinrae wanted to pet all the puppies.
covered in blood.
All the more so.
Yeah, they do. They are covered a little bit in blood.
We can let Higgimus deal with the PR disaster.
So when he dismisses them, they don't puff out and go back.
Nope.
You just funnel out.
He called
They-
them.
they-
He called them as opposed to conjured them, essentially.
Yeah,
He
so
didn't
if
summon
they
dogs.
died-
He said, "Dogs, come to me," and they came to him.
Yeah. So anyone outside would see dogs streaming out the building.
Yeah, all the dogs are leaving the house.
I
It's
wonder
like,
how many dead lizards went with the dogs.
None, because as they died, they disappeared, and I should have mentioned that. Every time one was killed, it disappeared.
Poof, no.
All right, so yes, you are
We can
surrounded by dead bodies, and the dogs start leaving. Some of them hang around a bit, but they're no longer under
Russian.
your control.
Is it possible that we can just quickly loot the bodies and
Yeah.
get the valuables and sort this mess out before the watch
I
claims
just
the
realized
valuables?
something. We defeated this woman, but we still haven't found Solas'
Yeah.
sister in all this.
Yeah, we need to
That's
go
cool.
downstairs.
I'd like to go
At
downstairs.
least I am going downstairs to check if we can find the secret room we missed last time we were there.
You're right, Lafdul. Go get what you can.
All right,
It's gonna be a
so
bit of
Lafdul
a,
and Solas are heading downstairs. Who is going to
if
be looting the
If
corpses?
Higgimus can also come, I will ask Higgimus to come because he might be able to open the secret door faster than otherwise we could.
Old, I didn't hear a word of what you just said.
So there was some talk about looting the corpses. Who is doing that?
Oh, Leva will go with.
You're going with Lafdul and Solas?
Yes.
Okay.
I
mean-
guess I'll stay up here to keep an eye out for the guards.
Yes,
I-
Sinrae is keeping watch at the entrance.
Leva,
Hmm?
do you have detect magic memorized? Because I do, but
Let me have a look.
because it would be very fast for you to know what stuff's valuable and what stuff's not if you were looting. I'm not sure how long we've got.
Nope, I don't.
Oh.
Wait. Yes, I do. I have one detect magic.
Could I trouble you to get the valuable stuff? At the very least, then come down?
What do you mean? Go around to the top first.
No, just grab the loot off the bodies that's magical and worth stuff before the guards confiscate it as evidence. Because
No.
that hasn't happened before.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
Higgimus, grab the loot, not the leg.
Okay.
But
So
what if the leg is the loot?
Leva casts detect magic and goes around the top and
Does she blow everyone up?
Let's find out.
she never blows everybody up.
This is
She
the first time
restricts
for
that
everything.
to Braxon and stuff. Well, Braxon's close, but that's okay.
Oh, you wanted to level, that would have been a wild surge. Oh, poop. So disappointing. Alright, let's see. So you're casting... You are 9th level, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, alright.
So, this guy here is just knocked out and not dead, right?
Correct.
He's
Yeah.
a victim, so we don't need to loot him.
Yeah, all the 3 charmed people
Well, you
were
can.
knocked out and not killed. They were stabilized last time.
Leva
Right.
wasn't here last time. She wouldn't know who is a victim and who is...
Just say the guards confiscated his sword. What are you on about?
Well, we move his weapons away from him, but I think we
Yeah,
don't
that's
need
fine.
to rob. I think we don't need to rob the humans that have been mind controlled.
No, I'm not gonna.
Or that
I call-
Elven Navy personnel.
Leva calls Braxon to help because she may not be able to carry it all. Just in
Yeah.
case.
Well, Higgimus is still on the stage, isn't he?
Higgimus is coming with us.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay.
I mean,
Right,
I guess. He's not here to... He's not here
Solas the
to...
strong guy.
Yeah, but he's not here to say whether he would or not.
Braxton's going to search the wolf-like creatures. Do they have any clothes or pockets on them, or are they just...
No, as they changed back,
Oh, I thought
They
they
make
stayed as wolf creatures.
no, they changed into wolves.
Yeah.
Big
They
wolves,
were
not
clearly
not
wolves bitten by
not
humans.
not humanoid wolf creatures when they died.
Oh,
They-
this
they
is gonna be
shifted
fun.
So these
into
were like
a
wolves
large-
transformed into weird creatures?
You have no idea. But the only thing that stayed when their clothing did not fall around them when they
Yeah.
when they morphed into large wolves. What is left behind are a pair of bastard swords, which are not detecting as magical, and a morning star, which is.
Right.
Just a moment. Alright. I'm going to temporarily take that over. I don't know how he did it, so
I'm sorry?
I'm just going to write it down. Just
Oh,
a
okay.
moment.
Yeah, we should take all that stuff with us.
Yeah.
Two bastard swords, you said?
2 non-magical
Braxton's right
bastard swords.
Okay, and one.
1 magical morning star.
I
And
still
let
want,
me
want to
see.
know how they were
Okay.
immune to
Thank you.
silver.
Do I
Does
find...
the silver hair have any magical items?
She does. Let me just let you know real fast. The morning star Leva is radiating illusion, phantasm magic, and enchantment charm.
Just a moment.
Makes sense with the invisibility.
Illusion,
Uses
phantasm.
Yeah.
And enchantment.
Has
Okay.
Lafdul got a sword with him?
I have swords on me, yeah.
Okay. Right. Well, Braxton's
I've
going
always
to put...
got my swords.
So what does
Braxton's-
Leva find? in, let's say, amulets, earrings, normal rings, whatever?
Yeah, you move over to the corpse of the elven woman who was, up until her death, had the head of a fox. You find a significant amount of jewelry that is not detecting as magical. Wrapped around her wrist, you do find a silver chain, and hanging from the silver chain is a silver image of a book overlaid by a moon, and that is detecting as magical. And
That sounds like a magic spell book.
that is detecting as alteration magic. Inside her robes, you find a pair of scrolls that detect as magic. Sorry, a trio of scrolls.
You write this down, Nova.
Yeah, somebody should edit in case.
Two of the scrolls are radiating a mishmash of magic, and you can't tell what the third one is radiating. You also find a small vial. Hold on a second. And that is radiating abjuration magic. And it's a glass vial filled with kind of a rainbow-hued liquid. It's kind of swirling. So you got that down?
Yes.
Okay.
Get Braxton to go for the coins.
And finally, you find a small ceramic canister with a screw top. And that is radiating magic as well. Necromantic magic.
A ceramic canister.
Yeah, a ceramic jar.
Okay. I just had this mental image of a fuel can made out of ceramic.
No, it's a jar, so the top is the same width as the jar itself.
Okay.
Everything else on her is not radiating magic, and in addition to the jewelry, you also find a set of keys.
How do those keys look like?
Fairly standard keys, iron. There are 5 keys on a small key ring.
Braxton's going to grab the keys and run down the stairs and give them to the others and run back.
Okay.
They're probably for the front and back doors to this place.
Maybe, but they might also be
5 keys.
Oh, never mind.
They might also be for people that are locked up or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you run down, hand those keys to Lafdul, and then head back up.
Yeah.
And
Old.
Yep.
At some point while we are downstairs, I will cast Cure Moderate Wounds on Higgimus.
Okay.
I have 2 temporary healing pictures, but I'm not handing them out yet, in case Lafdul finds himself facing another trap.
Alright, go ahead and roll for the how much it heals.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. Alright, so
Does it work?
yes, it did.
Oh.
All right, so Ockar, Braxon, and Sinrae and Leva, you're all staying up top, waiting for the guards to arrive.
Yeah.
Braxon's interested in clearing the bodies, and then he'll be interested in going downstairs. He doesn't
Levi's
want
the
to wait
same.
for guards.
Yeah, Levi's the same.
Okay, so you don't
But
want to
no
wait for
one
the
is
guards.
losing the ticket prices that we paid.
Get
Yeah,
our
we
money
might want
back.
to get
Yeah,
our
refund.
We might want to get our what was it? Gold back?
That's silver, 5 silver each.
Yeah, we might want to get our silvers back.
I wonder if he was real.
Did we already fleece the people here, the monsters?
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see.
Mhm.
Yeah, people were just
Yeah.
talking about getting the money we paid to.
Yeah, the
Come
three
on.
of us, me, you, and Lafdul went downstairs, and Otter started looting the bodies.
Okay.
Got level 2.
And I also healed you by 11.
All right, so so Braxton and Leva, you're following down after checking the corpses up here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, if it sounds like people are coming in, we're coming. But Braxton's thinking of if we get downstairs, if there's false walls and stuff, he will knock the walls down
Okay.
because we got people to save.
Do
So
we find
We
anything
also
else?
got
so Ockar
If-
and Sinrae, you're staying up top.
Yeah, I'm staying.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll stay because I might need to do a bit of explaining to the guards.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Does anybody need a before we head down? Does anybody need a potion of extra healing or anything like?
not out of the
Otter should
people that
at
are
least
going
lay on
down.
hands himself.
I think I'm the most injured.
Solas healed you. Higgimus, Solas
Oh,
healed you.
I think I'm the most injured one, but I'm gonna use lay on
It's
hands
there.
on myself.
11,
Yeah.
as far as I can tell.
I think
Right.
Sinrae's damage should keep till later, as long as we don't get into another fight.
So I'm gonna use lay on hands on myself. So I'm level 8, so that's 16 health points.
Okay.
Real quick, did you already apply the healing to my character?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I don't think I've taken a potion yet. Nah, we get down there, I'll take it if I need it.
Do we find anything else?
Hold on a second. I'm gonna bring you guys over to the other map. Okay. So you're back down here. Did you want to head back into the secret passage?
Yeah, I think
yeah.
so.
Okay.
Wait, do we still have those marks that they gave us when we were coming in?
The pottery
Black
shards? Yeah.
Bubbles.
Yeah, the pottery shards.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm gonna need a bit. I need a bit of evidence for what I may
Braxon?
have to explain.
Okay.
Braxon? You agree, as before we go down, we actually stripped them of all the jewelry and stuff, whether magical or not.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, we're just leaving the blank, nude bodies there. Well,
Well, we're not leaving new bodies there. We didn't take the
No,
clothes
that's
off.
a bit much.
furry bodies.
Okay.
Well, human.
I'll give you this later as well in on Discord, but off of Illithera Silverhair's body, you found a silver hand mirror, a silver chain diadem with a crescent moon, silver hair ornament with a polished purple stone, pair of silver hoop earrings with moonstones,
I have a feeling she was taunting us with all that silver.
dagger with a platinum hilt and a large pearl pommel in a
Nice.
white
She
leather
was-
sheath. Set of silver hair ornaments with etched
In a
geometric designs. Yeah, white sheath.
Will that fit Braxton?
Maybe.
He'll just put that on for now, just in case it's a fight.
Okay.
He's not claiming it.
You found backstage a silver rapier with a silver hilt studded with rubies. And that's it. It was in plain sight when you went into the back.
Yeah. Hmm.
Maybe she should have actually brought that out with her the fight with.
I think Braxton says to Lever, I think someone else had the idea that they could beat her with silver. and they brought this.
She seems very vain. Silver is pretty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Well,
she's very vain. Look at the place below.
She's
How-
probably using some kind of magic to resist the silver.
How late are Braxon and Lever going to be getting downstairs?
Just like a
Because it
moment
should be
later.
the other people that do stuff until we catch up, shouldn't it?
Yeah, just like a moment later, but it's pretty quick to catch up. So
Okay.
Lafdul, Solas, and Higgimus, you're heading into the dressing room where the secret passage was when you get down there.
Yeah.
Like just
Check all the rooms. Check the rooms quickly.
Yeah, we'll check all the rooms quickly, but if there is nothing suspicious in them, we're probably going to head to the place where last time we found out that there are hollow spaces behind the walls.
Okay. In that case, yeah, you basically Braxon and Leva basically get down there at the same time as you're
Right.
getting into that room. The passage is open.
Good.
Oh, it's already open.
Okay.
Would Leva's detect magic still be in effect?
Yeah.
Get her to lead, and I'll just follow straight behind her, or get her to be right behind me or something.
Sounds good.
That way, you just tell me if you see a magical feel the emanations of a magical trap.
You know those boxes we saw before, Ald,
Mhm.
in the 2 rooms? Are any of those big enough to lock a person in?
Maybe if they were all like compressed up kind of thing,
Right.
like a contortionist kind of thing, or
Yeah.
they're
Considering
Bones
they
were
had someone in
broken?
a cage, you can try smelling the crates.
Well, Braxon. I'll tell you what then. Braxton's going to quickly tap all these crates and say, "Is there anyone in there?"
you do not get any response. So
Is
you
this
come
open?
to no, the door is not open. You get to that door and the door is not open.
Okay.
Is
Oh,
it?
if
I
you want
will
to
say
break into those
Lafdul.
Braxton, go ahead.
Lafdul, you can open the door.
Or is it magical? Anything radiating from it?
No, nothing is radiating magic from the door.
Alright, I'll see if I
Braxton-
could just open it.
You're using
If you
the door is locked.
Oh,
Mhm.
I asked Lever for the keys, or use the keys that I've got.
Okay. You flip through the keys, trying each one. The third one does fit the lock, and you're able to open the door.
I brace myself to close the door immediately if I get attacked, but otherwise I open the door.
Okay. Opening the door, you are hit with a wave of smell
Is
of
it decomposing leg?
death. On the table, you see plates and pieces of people laid out. Many of them
Lovely.
half-eaten, fully eaten, down to the bones, with just little bits of flesh left. And you see piled in the corners what certainly look like the remains of watch armor and weaponry.
Ooh, lovely.
Oh wow! It's the watch that were guarding the place.
Yeah, alright. Anything magical in here, Lever? I ask her as I go towards this other door.
Let's not touch that.
Can I?
There is some magic emanating from under the bed.
I'll lift
Oh.
up the bed.
Under the bed, people.
Okay. Under the bed, you see a small ornate chest. It's mostly wood,
how
but
big is it?
It's
Small enough to fit in my pouch? We can deal with it later?
no,
or-
not
Aw.
that small. It is not a coffer. It is a chest. It's not too big, but it's clearly big enough to hold some changes of clothes.
Could she tell if
clothes
it
and that
was
sort.
magic radiating from the chest itself or the contents within?
From an she can't tell.
Try the key, because even if there's a trap with the key, you may not actually set it off.
Lovely.
Anyway, you've got your ring, so
I'm
you're
actually
the-
going to hold on to that buckler, that one that wards against that cursed thing. Well, as far as I'm concerned, or everyone's concerned, I don't know.
Okay.
And while I'm holding on to it, I try to open the chest.
All right, give me a saving throw versus magic. Versus spell.
Does the shield help at all?
Not in this case.
No. Oh well. All right, save versus magic.
Spell, sorry.
What type of spell? Damaging, I guess, not mind affecting.
It's not mind affecting, no. Just a plain old saving throw.
Save versus paranoia.
I have a save of 12.
Yeah, that's not doing it.
No. All right, Lafdul is.
All right, so you insert the.
I insult.
Yes, you insulted it. You insulted it. You insert the keys until you find the one that works, and the lock snicks open, and you lift up the lid, and an electrical bolt discharges right into your face, hitting you for 16
They
points of
really
damage.
love those electricity traps, now, don't they?
16.
16. Right, I'm down to 18. All right, I'm
Because that
drinking.
isn't the first time we've been hit by one of those.
I will cast Cure Light Wounds as soon as I noticed that Lafdul is hurt.
Oh yeah, you notice it. There's this bright flash, a crack, like lightning, and
basically
cry
as
of
soon
pain.
As my eyes work again, I will start.
They
casting
love lightning. I've got a lightning protection skill. You'd think I'd use it.
You'd think.
Oh, Ald,
Mhm.
Can Braxon tap all the walls out here
Sure.
to see if anything sounds hollow?
Sure. The wall to your left sounds hollow.
What, there?
No.
Oh, what opposite that?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
You're
all
walking
right.
down the hallway, so you're tapping the wall.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So, Solas, you cast Cure Light Wounds. Go ahead and roll.
Yeah.
Have that a pity heal.
Lovely, lovely heal.
Oh, I don't regenerate lightning.
Yeah, you do.
Fire. Do I?
Yeah.
Is it not fire in this?
No, it's not fire.
Alright.
It's a shock. So,
Shocking.
inside the chest, you see some clothing folded up, some sacks that appear to be holding some coinage or other small objects of that sort.
Can I interject?
Yeah.
If this looks like it's going to take a lot of time to go through, because time's an issue, can we just like bag it and look through it later?
I mean, you would get this information as you're
Alright.
shifting the stuff into someone's pack, so...
Alright. Yeah.
I mean, you can count the
you put
coins
the mimic
later.
into your pocket.
No.
You can open up the pouches later, so you can just like put the pouches
Yeah.
in someone's bag. So there are 3 pouches, and you find a pair of gowns very similar to what Levalithana was wearing on the floor above. You find a pair of silver and amethyst earrings, a necklace with a dozen rose and blue quartz stones.
Question, Old.
Mm-hmm.
The emanation of magic disappear once the trap was activated.
Nope, and I'm getting to that in a moment. There's a round platinum bracelet with yellow and deep green faceted stones, a pair of large books, and a small vial with an opaque blue liquid. It's a glass vial with opaque blue liquid. And that and the books are radiating magic.
Ooh, more spell books.
Mm. Or maybe magical books that will help Braxon.
Oh yes, they'll help you so much.
Magical books of carpentry.
Yeah. Braxon says, I found a false wall on the corridor outside.
Yeah, most likely.
Is it an
Alright,
actual
it's caved in.
false wall, or
Well,
because we never did go down this way?
It sounds hollow.
We couldn't because it was buried.
Oh, it's buried there. Oh, okay, I apologize.
It sounds
Yeah.
hollow, so we might be able to knock a hole in it, or there might be a secret mechanism to open it.
There were hollow walls in
We
here
searched
also.
the floors.
Search the floors? Is that what you asked, Lafdul?
Well, no. We searched going through here last time as we went to the end, and as we were tapping, that's how we heard the other person. Oh, I don't think we fully searched when we got towards the end, though.
Well, all told me that
We
the wall
didn't
sounded hollow.
check if there were anything else but hollow space behind this area.
Lever. Is your detect magic still working in the red? Oh, does it still working?
Yeah, it's still working.
I get her
Wow.
to come behind me. Follow.
What level was that cast at?
You've really only been down here for a few minutes.
Okay.
I mean, you've basically just rushed through this stuff with Braxon coming up behind, tapping the walls. So.
Mm.
Yeah, we don't know how long it's going to be before the watch gets here. That's why I want to be as fast as I can. I don't want to move my character until Lever's behind me, because she's got to detect magic.
Alright, so you, waiting around.
Lever, you're going to move a lot.
Lever?
Sorry.
Lafdul wants you to do a conga with him.
Come on, Lafdul, let's go and dance.
Yeah. Let's spend more time down here. I mean,
Where you want to go down here? You want to go down here?
triumphant victory. Triumphant victory dance. Anyway, just tell me if there's any magical animations as I'm walking through.
You were not detecting any magic along these hallways.
Alright, this thing had this had a switch, I remember from last time.
Yeah, and it is closed, so Leva, you can't just walk in there.
Now, can I listen to see if I can hear anything?
You do not hear anything obvious behind there.
Yeah,
Do I remember how loud it was?
You weren't in this part because you were escorting the captive.
This
Yeah,
was
you-
the section.
Yeah.
This is
So
the section of
you've
wall.
actually never been in this part of the.
Does this make a lot of noise, to remember? I remember making a fair amount of noise, didn't it?
I don't think so. You weren't here. You weren't there. You were escorting
Oh.
someone behind.
You were escorting
you were
your
escorting
friend.
Melrana back. Also, so that there is that other section of wall there with a different style of stonework as well.
Yeah.
And that
This was
also
also
sounds hollow. Right.
Yep.
Yeah, this part.
But
Oh,
there
hollow
is
stuff.
there is no magic emanating from there.
Does the wall look like it's made out of something other than stone?
No.
Let's check it, see if we can find switches.
Well, checking takes.
I'm gonna also see
I'm
if-
not dissuading it. What I wanna. This Lafdul hasn't actually been here, so I can't actually lead, so to speak.
I mean, you were told what was down here. You were told about the switch, so
Yeah, don't
Alright.
go into that other area. That just leads into the boarding house. It's gonna be somewhere down here. So I'm going to search along this wall here, Ald.
Mhm.
And if there's any places that I feel that I can just push through, I'm gonna push through.
when you,
so
when you
it's
say
dry.
push when you say
the
push
wall.
through, do you mean a loose block that presses, or literally bust down the wall Kool-Aid Man style?
Both.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Oh yeah!
All right. While you are doing that, we will go back to Sinrae and Ockar, who are upstairs
Oh,
waiting for the.
Hmm.
I mean, if
I
there's something that you want to do in that time, you can say so.
I just thought of something.
I will also be checking the walls if there are any secrets.
Because there's a spell that I could cast on the upstairs party on one of them.
It's a
While
little
we're
late for that
down.
now.
Yeah, I thought so.
Braxon's going to gently tap the walls with his mace.
Okay. So basically, the idea is that you guys are searching that section of wall now,
Yeah.
because that's going to take
Time.
10 minutes per 10 feet, basically.
Yeah.
And in that time, the detect magic spell will expire.
I was just thinking. Yeah. No. Alright. Never mind. I just have to search.
Okay.
Rolling with
Sinrae, are you waiting outside for the watch, or are you waiting inside?
I am waiting. Map moved. I'm waiting just outside the door.
Okay.
I guess I'll be waiting with her.
Okay. Varadra is going around to check the
Roundabout.
the people who were.
Ockar could move
knocked out.
the two unconscious bodies downstairs.
3.
One of them is already down. 2 of them are up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
two
I
that
don't-
are up.
Oh,
We
then
are
I'll go
trying-
upstairs and I'll move those guys downstairs.
Okay. You and Varadra will do that while Sinrae is out waiting. So Ockar and Varadra, you take care of them, put them into positions. However, as you enter the ticket office, you do see a man cowering in the corner, like hands over his head, hunched down. You recognize him as the man who was in the ticket office before, taking your money
Hey,
and
You!
giving you the pottery shards. Don't hurt me! What's going on?
Look, we aren't gonna hurt you.
Stop.
We just need you to explain to the guards what happened here.
I don't know what's been going on.
Ilana Silverhair is a weird beast, and she has been kidnapping people and eating them.
I'm
Maybe.
so confused. He's just like catatonic there, like whining. He's barely even responding to you, other than that, kind of pleading "Don't hurt me" thing.
Ah, Christ.
Doesn't exist.
That's weird. Oh, Balder!
Um,
Balder fits.
Are you going to
Okay.
do anything to him, or are you going to leave him there for now?
Can I attempt a charisma check to calm him?
Sure.
Okay, so...
You can go ahead and let me see what happens.
You want me to roll a d20?
What is your charisma reaction adjustment?
Plus 6.
Pretty normal for paladin. Don't paladins give off an aura of good, so to speak, that other people can sense? Or is that only adventurers would sense it?
Generally only evil things can sense it.
Yeah, only evil things can sense it. Or other paladins, probably.
You try to talk to him in a soothing voice, but it doesn't seem to be making much difference. He's clearly in a sorry state.
We're gonna need to try to find help for this man.
The watch is coming.
Yeah. For now, let's make sure he doesn't do anything crazy.
He's just huddling in the corner. Varadra says, "I'll keep talking to him. Why don't you get the 2 people who were unconscious upstairs down?"
Yeah, try giving him some water while you do so. That might help.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll do that.
Yeah. So while she handles him, I'll get the bodies or the unconscious people.
Okay. So you bring down the elven wizard and the human thief, and
Mhm.
you just kind of lay them out so that they're. I mean,
That's
they're
awfully presumptuous to say thief. This
Yes.
human.
yes.
I'm gonna try to make sure that they're
Ockar
comfortable
just
while they're
knows.
Yeah.
unconscious.
Okay. All right. So you get them down. They're still unconscious. They seem to they groan and moan a little bit as you are moving their bodies, I guess. And you lay them out on the floor. As you're just finishing that up, Sinrae, you see a squad of the Watch moving pretty hastily up the street with Itis in tow.
Okay. She hails them and says, I'm glad you were all you're here.
They kind of look at the remaining dogs sniffing around and looking around, and the leader looks at you and says, "What is the meaning of this? Itis from the Low Watch said that some beasts were causing havoc here, attacking, and your group was fighting them."
Yes.
Oh no, they think it's the dogs.
She sort of looks at it's not the dogs. The dogs were probably drawn by whatever magic the woman creature, whatever she was inside. If you come inside, I can explain more, and we fortunately managed to save some unfortunates that had been bespelled by the woman.
Yes, lead us in. What is going on in here?
Sinrae gives a brief explanation. I know we assumed there would be watch here and we would have been able to speak with them, but we went to see a show of silver hair, and there was a very special performance, it seems. As we sat down, the entire audience disappeared, and she changed into her head, looked like a fox, and she explains what happens and the wolf creatures, and she shows the unconscious people. She says these are men that have been noted as missing. We made sure to just have them be unconscious because we knew they were not in their right minds. And she just explains what they can theorize happened, but fortunately, this is a little out of our depth. My fellows are seeing if there was any captives below, but I believe we should get these poor men some medical care before anything else is done.
What is your charisma reaction adjustment?
My charisma is +3.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go ahead and roll a fast talk.
All right. That is unfortunate.
Here.
They're kind of eyeing you suspiciously. You're not exactly sure that they believe the story. Itis is there, adding in some confirmations.
I'm trying to help out as well with my reaction adjustment.
Well, she was the one who was talking, so it's
Yeah.
her reaction.
I had to take a
adjustment.
phone call, but yeah.
They still seem very suspicious. So
you
they
can
come in.
add-
Hold on. They still seem very suspicious, and the leader speaks up and says, "You say that Levalithana Silverhair was some kind of beast, head of like a fox or something like that, and you say that there were 3 werewolf type creatures."
Yeah, they
Yes,
turned
sir.
into wolves when we killed them. Must have
So
been an
you can-
enchantment done by Silverhair.
He says you can see the bodies of wolves around. These certainly didn't come
They're not.
from nowhere in the middle of the city.
And these 3 people here, I say the motion to the knocked out people. She had charmed them into fighting for her.
We're gonna need to secure the premises,
Of course.
and we're gonna need to speak with you and these fellows who are unconscious down at the
The
watch.
Ticketmaster is also in the other room, but he's kind of catatonic at the moment due to the events.
Yes, we'll get some clerics in here to take a look at them.
Yes, I'd be concerned to maybe check them for have a good a priest check them for both disease and curse.
Yes, we'll certainly take a look at that. He turns to some of the men with him and tells them, "You 3, down the stairs in the back. We'll need to secure these entire premises. You 3, he's pointing to Ockar, Sinrae, and Varadra. I'm gonna need you to be going down to the station. Aleph, you take them down and start getting their statements written down. We'll probably need to get the magistrate involved here."
Sir, wasn't there what was the watch that was around here recalled?
Yeah, we there were supposed to be watch down here, but we didn't notice anybody on our way to the theater.
Which is partly why we went into the show. We figured everything had been settled and figured we'd listen to her music.
Yeah.
He starts to answer and then kind of gets a confused look on his face. Yes, this place was supposed to be shut down.
She pulls out a chip, like, you can see we paid.
Yeah, I show my part short as well.
Well, we'll have to figure all this out down at the watch. Follow my man here.
Silverhair did something to your men?
Well, like I said, we'll figure it out down at the watch.
Okay.
All right, I think Ockar, we should just go along.
I'll go along as well. No reason to. I mean, we took care of Silverhair.
Yes, hopefully the rest of the missing people can be found.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you 3 head out. Another Idis goes with you as well. Another member of the watch goes basically at a run to fetch some priests.
Can we hear that downstairs? Or?
Nope, not at all.
Okay.
Your first sign of something being up is from the room behind you. You hear the loud sounds of 3 people losing their lunch.
Oh, the guards have seen what's on the table.
Yes. Yes, they have seen what's on the table and did not sit well with them. So
They
what
failed their saving throws.
what would you do in response?
You just say that we were just looking for any survivors that are potentially down there. We found.
You don't know
remains
that
of-
you literally have just heard 3 people lose their lunch back in the previous room. What are you doing?
I say it's probably the guards. They've probably caught up on us. We might as well go with them. No.
Have we found anything?
No, you
Brax
have
is
not.
going to carry on trying to knock the wall down.
Okay.
All right, I'll go talk to him.
Yeah, I'll come with you.
All right.
Might
So
need some healing.
Higgimus and Leva re-enter the room.
Oh.
You see-
Lafdul's gonna make himself look like Lafdul again
Okay. You see
because he was
2.
looking like a female.
You see 2 people in guard uniforms, guard equipment. Well, watch equipment, I should say. And at their feet is the remains of their previous meals. They look up at you as you enter, and they immediately draw their weapons. And who are you? What is the meaning of all this?
I'm Captain Higgimus, Corporal, First Class, and I'll go through my... I'm part of the group of the Broken Sword. We're down here searching for the rest of the survivors. Yeah, this is a mess down here, but help us. We found a hollow wall. Help us try to find where the opening is.
They
Yes.
definitely look very queasy, and they say, "We're gonna need to figure this out down at the station. Come with us upstairs. We need to
There's
report
probably
this.
survivors
Wait,
down here.
We'll handle that.
leave them.
We'll handle that."
Like you, and I'll point towards all the dead bodies and pieces of the guards, and I'll say, like, you guys handled all this. Come on, we need to find where the rest of the survivors are.
They had kind of half drawn their weapons, and they fully draw them now at your angry comments, and they say, "Right, are you going to come peacefully, or are we going to have to force you?" They
you
don't
be
look the
responsible
most
for the deaths
steady
of
on
the
their feet right now.
Can we calm them
Fine.
down somewhere, somehow?
I mean, they're telling you to come with them.
All right, fine. I'll just go with them.
You can't reason with the mill magistrate. They're bullheaded.
Is Braxon doing any damage to this wall?
Not really. It's
Right.
pretty sturdily built.
Okay. He's going to come out and say, we're going to need to get some chisels down here, and we might not have much time. Oh, hi.
You kind of have taken them a little bit by surprise, and they say, "Right, come with us. Is there anyone else down that hallway? They need to come with us too."
Okay, yeah, right. So there's people murdering people. You can see dead people here. We think they might have boarded some people up behind the walls. So yeah, we go down the station, but we need to get some people back here pretty quickly.
We will
because
do that.
People might suffocate.
We will do that. Come with us now.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Did you at least mark the hollow wall with chalk, or did your hammer make enough
You would
marks in
know.
there so they
It's-
can see which one?
The
obvious.
stonework is different.
Yeah, when we go back, Braxton's going to tap the other wall and say that sounds hollow as well. I think there might be some people trapped in there.
That's just the general basements of various other buildings.
Solas
Yeah,
and Lafdul, you're going with them as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not staying.
Solas.
Braxton to say to the guard, did you get the guy did you get the guys upstairs we rescued?
I believe it's being handled. Come on, we need to get out of here. They look like
Oh,
they would
my-
be ready to lose their lunch again if they had anything
Yeah.
left. To
Is there
lose.
anything?
Yeah, yeah. Braxton's
It's-
going to keep going, and he's going to say, my friend here can talk to dead people. So,
Hey,
I see dead people.
don't make me out to be a weirdo, Braxon.
no.
You are a weirdo.
He's God gives him powers. He can talk to dead people. So, he can help
Fine.
interview. He can help interview your colleagues who got murdered to find out what happened to them.
Right, we'll figure that out down at the station. Come on, upstairs.
Yeah, sure. Braxton's actually moving while he's saying this.
Okay, so
They don't know how to do anything but
Oh,
back at the station.
do I have anything that would Easter nausea?
That's what I
This
was
is
trying
how-
to say
this
as
is how
well.
we
Not
got
really.
arrested again.
Not really.
We
So
got
no smelling
purchasers,
salts or
but
some
not.
things like that in
Really?
the healing bag.
Oh, I
Uh,
got some incense.
they're kind of just like they want to get out of the room. They want to get you upstairs and have their commander deal with you.
Yeah.
Solas, couldn't you
they're-
just calm them down?
You know, for a good line party, we
Mountain?
tend to get arrested by the cops very often.
We haven't been arrested yet. We're
No,
just
they're
being
just
asked to
doing
answer.
their job.
I was joking.
So as you make your way back up to the upper level, the you see the commander is speaking to another member of the watch, who looks very green about the gills as well. And coming up with you, the member of the watch who is speaking to you says, "Sir, we found these people downstairs. They say something about people might be walled up down there or some such."
Yeah, Braxon said to the commander, "Hello, we're looking for at least 10 men and 4 women that have been kidnapped recently, and we found this evil cult that's been eating people. They've also been hypnotizing people, so we captured some people here who were under their control."
Yes, yes, I'm aware of those people.
Those people are totally innocent, sir. They have been mind-controlled by this woman.
Yes, we've sent for some priests to take a look at them. We'll need to speak with you down at the station, however. I've got men securing the premises. Now,
there are possible secret doors downstairs that they are holding captives behind.
The bodies down there. My men tell me that that equipment from the watches down in that room as well.
Yeah, it looks like
yeah, we saw their remains. It seems that they were eaten by these were creatures.
You had nothing to do with that?
No, definitely
we
not.
just found them like that.
Lafdul will say they've got magic that makes you forget things.
They also
That
can make
seems
themselves
to-
immune to silver.
Ockar, you're not here.
Oh, sorry.
Well, Braxon will say to the commander, "My colleague here has a magical spell that he might not have prepared at the moment that allows him to talk to dead people. So perhaps he can help you interview your watchmen that have been murdered to find out what happened to them."
Right, perhaps.
However, not disposed of.
However, I'm going to need you to go down to the station. We've sent a messenger to the magistrate.
I'm going to turn to everybody and I'll say, the only thing they know how to do is take us down to the station. Let's just go.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'm only telling them so that they don't dispose of the bodies. Anyone here who's dead might be someone that could be interviewed by my colleague here, Lafdul. He's a genius with this sort of thing.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out.
I will the squad commander that he should hurry in finding those secret doors because time is of the essence in saving those captives.
You might mention your sisters. Your sisters among the missing.
Yes, that my sister could also be with the missing people.
Right, well, I mean, I've sent for some men. We'll secure the area and investigate everything. But we need to get your statements down at the Watch Command.
Of course. Sooner we get down there, sooner we can get back to looking for these people.
Garen, take them down and start getting their statements. I'll be there shortly once I've reviewed everything here. The watch officer who brought you up upstairs salutes and turns to you, and still with a queasy look on his face says, "All right, follow me."
Yep. Braxton's going to say to the others in a loud enough voice for him to hear, "Perhaps we can get some of our dwarven friends to come down and examine those walls and see if they can work out how to get through them."
Yep. We'll take a look at that.
All right, well, guys, let's just go down to the station.
Yeah, Braxton's walking as he says this.
All right, so you are led out and down to the middle magistrate, and initially you're reunited with Sinrae, Varadra, and Ockar down there, who are already kind of being asked questions and giving the information that they know. And this it takes about an hour and a half as they're, trying to iron out all the details, find out what's going on, that sort of thing. After about that time, another member of the watch comes in leading 3 people, 2 humans and an elf that you recognize from the fight at the theater.
If the watch is okay, I would like to use my last healing spell to heal some of the wounded.
Who are you gonna cast it on?
Who is the most badly hurt from my perspective?
Braxon's okay. You could heal the others, people that...
I mean, Sinrae hasn't been healed at all.
Yeah, I haven't been healed at all.
So I could cast it on her.
Yep, you can go ahead and do that.
It would be appreciated.
There you go, 7 hit points.
Oh, this is as this is happening. Is it just guards? Are there any other priests around? There's just literally just guards at the moment.
It's just guards at the moment.
While this is happening, I say those 3 people that are like been like carried unconscious or like woozy, so to speak.
Well, they're let in. They're awake and alert now. They've been their wounds have been bandaged and stuff like that. They appear to have been addressed by a priest.
Okay, so priest has addressed them.
Yeah.
There's a bit of subtle subterfuge I want to do here. Is in that, as I say, there's a couple of things that I can do to further help. I mean, you look like you've been taken care of by a priest. I mean, this might just speed up the recovery. I hand a couple of potions out, one to Warruth, the other one to the Elven Imperial officer.
Okay.
Elven Navy person. As I do that, I start casting telepathy on Warruth.
Okay.
So I just this should help. And I cast another spell for like good luck as well, so to speak. I'm just coming up with a recovery story as I'm casting this.
All right. So the pair drink the potions that you give them, and upon the completion of your spell, what do you say in your head to Wolrith?
He recognizes me first,
Oh, yeah.
doesn't he?
Yeah.
I say
He gave you a slight nod as he came in.
I say I've cast a spell and you don't be alarmed. You can talk to me telepathically.
Kind of. One of his eyebrows kind of tweaks up at you, and then you hear in your head, "Oh, this is quite the fine trick you have."
Yes, Everin gives me many tricks. Yeah, no, I just relay basically the ongoings of what's been happening and why we're here. And I was just making sure that obviously none of my cohorts know that I'm with the Jugglers, man.
Yes.
I'm alone.
He responds in your head. Yes, yes. I believe they want us to share our information. And with that, he turns to one of the guards and says, "It's quite hazy what has been happening the last number of days, and it is going to be a lot to get over. I've seen things that I never wanted to see. We have already confirmed their story, I believe, of what they slew. The beasts and the Illithera Silverhair was a monstrous woman capable of taking control of men's minds." The guard kind of nods his head. Yes, it's good to get this confirmation. However, we do need to wait for the magistrate to come and make her decision as to what's going on.
Lafdul's gonna ask to Warruth mentally, are you known to the Watch?
No, he says. In your head.
That's good.
Are we in the room with this guy?
Yeah, you're basically all in a room.
I'm gonna look at Warwick and say, so you were with that silver hair woman for a while, right?
He nods, kind of gets a queasy look over his face. Yes, and they made no attempts to hide from us what they were.
Do you know? Do you know what she has done with some people who are still missing? Like, for example, Solas' sister. I say as I
Yes.
use
Did
whatever
you
name Solas gave me for what his sister's name is.
did you see my sister? She is a human woman with red hair and blue eyes.
He kind of gets a thoughtful look on his face. No, there were, other than Melrana, there were no women that I saw ever. He turns to the Shao man and says, Shipan, you were under her control longer than Lorelis or I. Did you see a woman like he describes? The Shao man shakes his head. No, I saw no women. I have been under her domination since for 2.5 weeks now. In all that time, other than the woman that you came with, I saw no women.
Oh.
Men, slain in front of my eyes and eaten, but no women.
Huh.
Wait.
We
Do
thought
you
that she
know
was
that
one of the kidnapping victims because he disappeared around the same time you were doing your thing.
Do you know the Shao woman who threw away the acorn? She had a boy with her.
I described the Shao woman.
I've
From my memory.
seen no woman like that, and no piece of jewelry like that, no. I am sorry.
Interesting. Wolf, I'm not sure if you know, but Melrana is safe.
Yes, yes, I have heard. Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
you saving her.
She's completely safe. She's in no danger now. From
We
any
were lucky
effects.
to find a cleric strong enough to cast the needed spells.
He
Lafdul makes
looks...
a joke saying that a werewolf would be quite useful to in our ranks, considering the war that
We
that's
don't need a
undergoing.
werewolf.
That was
Lafdul's
in
saying
your...
this in his mind.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He kind of gives you a look and doesn't mentally say anything.
What sort of a look?
Are you kidding me? Kind of look.
Yeah.
All you
He's
guys
up on
see
it.
is Woolrith give Lafdul a look of disapproval, shall we say?
He gets that look all the time, so I guess nobody really cares.
Yeah, is that the same look we give to Lafdul?
Probably.
Yes.
Probably.
When Lafdul brings up an idea and we all instantly say no.
It's almost like Lafdul has a proficiency in getting a bad look towards him. He's had it so often.
Oh, out of curiosity, because my memory is slightly failing me, was Yusian has been mentioned by Melrana as being one of the Eaten, or?
I don't believe she said anything one way or the other. Do
Okay.
you want to ask either
Yes.
any of the three and describe him?
Yes, she was there a man named Yusian among you at any point? She describes him. He was going to become a member of the couriers and would like to be able to at least confirm what happened to him.
Shipan and Lorelis, as you describe him, you see kind of a look of nausea pass over their faces, and they both nod and say, yes, he is no longer with us.
He went into a
That is
werewolf's gullet.
That's unfortunate. He would have made a great courier, but well, at least he's no longer suffering.
Well, as a player note, not only was he going to be eaten by werebeasts, but also otyugs.
So, how is Silverhair able to make herself and her compatriots immune to silver?
I wonder that as well.
That's
That
why I'm
is
asking
something-
these these guys who had been her associates while
Yeah.
mind control.
Maybe she was never vulnerable to Silver.
She was never.
I'm
she can
asking
wear it,
their
she
opinion
can't.
since they're the ones who would know.
They have no idea. They say I mean,
might-
they say none of us have silver weapons. We were not attempting to attack her in any way when we were captured. We don't know anything about that.
It is
But
possible
she was able
that,
to openly wear silver and was seemingly immune to it when we threw silver dust at her.
At this point, I will say Ockar that it is possible that some were beasts do not suffer from silver like others do. So
Maybe.
there are so much that is uncertain with were beasts.
Being struck by it and holding it are two different things.
You might be
can also-
right.
You can also sort of make yourself not so
But
much
her
immune.
werebeast wolves were immune to silver. Were immune to the silver dagger.
Maybe not so much immune, but fast healing. But there's also ways of making oneself, well, be able to tolerate certain amounts of poison. So maybe it's the same with were creatures. They can make themselves tolerant to silver if they're
It was a
exposed to it
caster
enough.
after all. I could see that.
Like I said, there are so many unknowns that this is something that, since this is something that is really hard to study.
Maybe it's like iocane powder.
It's like there's some kind of great force out there that undermines our greatest plans.
So, after the watch is satisfied with the information that you've provided, the guard captain who, or the guard commander who you first met at the theater, he arrives and says to you, we have secured the premises. It appears that multiple people inside the boarding house that the tunnel led to have been slain.
Yeah,
They
it's a
appear to have
surprise.
been using that as a cover, as well as the theater. The theater operator is. Hopefully he will be okay, but some priests are watching over him now, seeing what they can do.
I think they were probably planning that performance as an ambush for us, who were the closest to figuring out what was going on. Then they would kill us and then skip town.
Yes. We having investigated and discussed it, it appears that they must have exerted some control over our patrols last time you met them, and after we attempted to secure the premises that time. Many of those who were supposed to be watching the place are the remains you saw down in the basement. However, we have investigated the walls, and they appear to just be normal walls leading to the basements of other buildings in that district.
You never know with the Brawl.
Right. Okay.
Then we still have
You never know when
multiple people to find.
when it's a hollow wall to another basement or it's an entrance to the Brawl. It's weird here.
So,
Well-
Sheepan, Lorellis, and Woolrith give you the information that they know of the people that they know were killed, and that does eliminate the vast majority of the names on the list.
But they said no women.
Correct.
So we're still looking for 3 women, is it? Because we rescued one.
And
yeah.
possibly
Sheepan
We
Sheepan
figured who had been
also
kidnapping men.
Sheepan also has mentioned a name that Woolrith and Lafdul recognize, but don't let on. And that is the name of a high-ranking Red Masks member, who the Red Masks said was slain by the Juggler's men.
Oh, that's a terrible shape.
So,
Oh.
Woolreth... Well, you don't know anything about this, Ockar.
Yeah.
Woolreth, to you, Lafdul says in your head, as soon as we're done here, I will be informing the Juggler's men about all of this. See if we can avert more bloodshed with the Red Masks.
Sounds like a plan. I need to report in that you've been, well, I suppose.
I can take care of that. It sounds like you still have some people that you want to find.
Yes, one of my compatriots' sister is still missing. Yeah.
So at about this time, a woman of about age 50 arrives. She's well dressed.
Human.
Yeah, human. She's well dressed, and she's introduced by the guards as Lady Teresa Catal. She is the magistrate, the top magistrate for the Middle City, and she kind of looks over you and then heads to another room with the members of the Watch to find out what, essentially, get the rundown on what's going on. And you're left waiting for about a half an hour while I look something up in the book.
What is this character all
You're left
about?
waiting for half an hour while you look something up in the book.
Yep, there we go. All right.
Shenanigans. Did the other three disperse then, did they? Or
No, there's
just us
they're
three?
still there. They're still there.
Oh.
So after a half an hour, the watch commander and Lady Catal re-enter the room, and she basically addresses all of you and says, serious crimes have been committed, both by you and by the fiends that you slew. Given the nature of the extenuating circumstances, I believe that we can knock down your fines to simply 30 gold pieces each.
What are we being fined for, my
Oh,
lady?
well, there are so many to list, but certainly disturbing the peace and provocation are amongst them. Breaking and entering.
We didn't break in anywhere.
My lady.
We went to see a play. We have the chits to prove that we paid to go in.
She kind of gives you a
attacked.
motion that clearly indicates that you should be quiet. Do you wish to take the fine, or would you rather have 30 days on the underside?
I'll lean into
please.
Braxon. Hold on. I'll lean into Braxon and I'll say, it's a shakedown, Braxon. They're not going to listen to reason. They don't like adventurers up here. And I'll say, all right, fine, we'll do that. And I'll pay. I'll send to somebody to get the money to pay. They're extortion. I don't say extortion out loud.
So, once that's done, it doesn't take too long, she says, you are free to go, but do keep in mind that, we do not take to your activities up here. Please keep that in mind. And you're free
Note
to
to
go.
self, in my head, if anything were to ever happen to the mid-watch, I wouldn't shed a tear.
Yeah, we'll just ignore helping the mid-watch. See ya.
All right, let's bring
They're
it back.
on the list.
Sinrae makes a note to tell the couriers, don't deal with the mid-watch.
Yeah, just make everything harder for them because they're assholes.
Yeah, we charge the mid-watch extra now.
So you're free to go. It's now about 10 p.m. After all of that.
Question, Alop.
Mhm.
Can I say before we left? It's more of a case of I want to know if I'm going to be using Speak with Dead on any bodies, if they've decided to keep them or if they're disposing of them in order to find out the rest of the missing people potentially.
They did not ask you to do so, and if you bring it up, they say no, they have that well in hand.
Yeah, they have access to their own clerics who can do it.
I see.
They just want to get in the way of everything we're trying to do because they're probably incredibly corrupt.
I mean,
Like I
to a
said-
certain extent, they see you as getting in the way of what they're trying to do.
It's...
Yeah, but they're effectively useless.
Hold
so
on,
I
hold
don't
on,
care.
everybody, just get this in your head, all right? The Midwatch does not like adventurers.
Yeah,
They're not going to see reason in anything that you want to do or help or anything like that.
Yeah.
They're just going to say you as a nuisance, no better than trash. That's the way they see you.
Yeah, it's also highly bureaucratic, so we probably do not want to deal with the mid-watch.
And possibly highly corrupted.
As I
Once
said,
once
highly
you're out,
bureaucracy.
Idis says to you, Ockar, cousin, I do need to go report in. Let the low magistrate know what has gone on. Who knows when they will be informed by the midwatch.
Want me to escort you? I'm sure we still have to watch out for the people that are kidnapping the women.
No, I think I can take care of myself. Thank you, though.
No
Braxon's
problem. I'll
gonna
see you
say
tonight
to
at the family home.
She
Braxon's
nods
gonna say
and
to
heads off, as Braxon
Okay,
is trying to
Braxon.
say something.
Braxon was going to say to her, thanks for your help, and if you need anything, let Ockar know. We'll come down to help you.
She nods to you and says, "Thank you. I will do so." And then she's gone. The
Right.
elf Lorellis says, "I too thank you for rescuing me from that awful fate. I have already informed the Imperial Navy that I am alive, but I do need to go report in. Once again, I thank you, and I will be sending my own personal thanks to your office as soon as I can."
You're welcome.
We were glad to save you, to help you.
I just wish we could have helped more people.
Yeah.
You will get within the next couple days. So you can just write this down. A note from him, basically saying that he's sorry that he couldn't do more. This is the best that he could do, and you get 200 gold from him.
All right.
Oh, he didn't expect any reward at all, so
Yeah,
any
that's
reward fine.
Pays off or helps towards the fine, so.
Yeah,
Woolrith also takes his leave and says, "I too have to let some people know that I am alive. I thank you for your assistance, and I'll speak to you later, Lafdul."
Yes, it's good to see you, Worth, my friend. He's like gingerly says that. He's not certain he's ever called Worth a friend, but.
Well, I mean, Woolworth probably sees you more of a friend now than he ever would have
Yeah.
before, so you did just save his life and Melrana's, so he heads off down the street as well, and Sheepan looks to you and says, the Showman says, I was actually only here on Bral for a few days. I don't really... I was planning to sign up onto a vessel, but I'm
If you
sure
want
that
some
is
work,
left by now.
if you want some work, you can always work for the company of the Broken Sword.
I'll consider it.
We go on adventures all the time.
I will consider it. I do thank you for the offer. For now, I will find a place to stay in Showtown. And I will let you know if I decide to take you up on the offer.
Of course.
And he heads off. Just as he's about to leave, he turns back and says, would you like me to ask around about this woman and the amulet that
I would be very grateful if you could ask around, and if you find anything, please let us know.
Yeah, any help would be great for our investigation.
I will do so, and he gives you a polite bow and then is on his way.
Braxon will bow back.
Okay.
Well,
Did his face look too mashed up?
I mean, they were all healed a bit.
Okay.
They clearly need some rest and time and stuff like that.
I guess we will still. I guess our job is still not over.
How has it been? Like many hours or something?
It's
So I
10
can
p.m.
heal
now.
up, or-
It's 10 p.m. now.
So either she was stashing women someplace else, or there's a different kidnapper.
I think it might be a different case, because it seems that Silverhair mostly kidnapped men to eat them.
Well, hang on. If she was ambushing men in shows like that, there must have been. Well, we don't know exactly when they got taken. Were they all taken individually, or were
Okay,
they taken...
so real fast, I guess you would know that Shipan did attend one of her shows in a tavern, and he was approached by her afterwards, and then he would have said that he found himself going with her, even though he didn't really want to, like against his will. And yes, Lafdul, Caden is dead.
All right, so we found the 3 people.
Yeah.
Deleting
And
notes.
basically, it's a similar case for Lorellis. He also attended one of her shows. Also, I will point out that all 3 of those men would be considered handsome.
Right.
And Woolrith and Melrana were captured investigating. They had also went to one of the shows and then tried to follow Illithera Silverhair, and that's when they got caught. And Woolrith would have told you that he found himself under Illithera's sway and turning on Melrana and knocking her down and holding her while Illithera's men came over and tied her up, kind of thing.
What about that elf guy?
Lorellis, it was a similar story to Shipan. He was visiting one of her shows and was approached by her after the show.
Just to check,
Mhm.
none of us were bitten, were we?
No, the only
Ockar
person
was
who
bitten.
engaged here in direct
No.
combat was Higgimus.
I think I took. I don't know if I took a bite or if it was a weapon hit. I know I was hurt. I cannot remember.
I remember that Ockar was bitten.
Yeah, Ockar was
I-
bitten.
I was bitten by one of her.
You were bitten by the largest one of the wolves.
I need to get myself checked out then.
No, I can. Well, if you can't do it, you temple. I can cast a spell to
I'm gonna go meet with the Church of Tyr and have them examine me.
Yeah. Maybe
Okay.
we can get a 2-for-1. I'll
Yeah.
go with you.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. I don't want to wake up a few days from now and have. And
I'm pretty sure it only affects the women, so.
well, no. Remember, those were werewolves, not werewolves.
I wonder. This is a.
I'm gonna
Players
wake up
thing.
in a few days and
I
suddenly.
wonder how
today.
it would look if Higgimus turned as a werewolf.
I'm not sure if
Double
that affects
trouble.
Giff. I
Huge.
think it only affects like elves and humans, half
He's
elves.
humanoid.
Yeah,
don't
we
know.
don't know.
It will
Higgimus,
play
look,
havoc.
he's
Higgimus,
already
Higgimus,
Yes,
Higgimus. In Giff lore and legends, as far as you are aware, no Giff has ever become a lycanthrope.
Oh.
Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're immune, just so you know.
Maybe I was just
just die
unfortunate
instead.
and we didn't clobber it in time. Normally they're clobber.
It could be,
Maybe
yeah.
that's the problem.
If I wake up in a few days a werewolf, I'm not sure how anybody's gonna react.
All right, so
I can't remember. Was I bitten, Ald?
I don't think
I
so.
think
I
you
think
were
you got
hit.
Okay.
hit
I
by the
think you were
sword.
just hit, but I don't. I think it would be still good to check.
Yeah,
To
you can
make
come
it
along
sure.
to my church
Alright.
with me.
I was
Alright.
looking up the spell to see if it's targeted or if it's a group of people that could be checked with the spell.
All right, I'll get a coin purse together, Ald, for the donation to the church that we will surely have to.
Mm-hmm.
And Leva, no, nothing happened to
creature
you.
level. It's one creature level, so one
Okay.
casting's probably enough for all of us.
I know they'll be happy when I tell them that we've dealt with the lycanthrope threat.
Yes, Sinrae will go along. She mentions that there's no temples to her goddess on this on.
Yeah, so
All right,
I will lead the way.
so yeah, you arrive at the Temple of Tyr. They inform you that they will need a day to prepare the appropriate spells.
Okay, I'll
That's
give
fine.
them a donation for us.
Alright.
I'll hand them a coin purse since they're taking the time to do this, and
how much?
the coin purse will have 1,000 gold in it.
Okay.
I didn't go with them. I told before they head to the Temple of Tyr that I need to check in with my master.
Okay. So you head back to the
Library.
and
I will inform my master and my friends of what has happened, and also inform that my sister wasn't among the missing that we found or know that
Okay.
have been eaten.
So Solas, you get there, and as you're doing so, one of the people that you asked to do some research also comes up and says, well, we found some more information. He starts to relay it and then says, it's been slow going because there are other shape-changing creatures that are oftentimes confused for lycanthropes, which the legends of them can really foul up the research into what's accurate towards true lycanthropes. For example, did you know that there are werewolves and there are wolf wares?
Well, yes, my
Different-
friend. I actually have a first-hand experience from those.
Different things affect different ones. Anyway, we'll continue looking and we'll let you know what we find out. I'm sorry that you haven't found your sister yet.
At the moment, we do not need any more information about them because I think the problem with them was dealt today
Oh, well, okay.
by me and the adventure company I have been searching my sister with.
Well, all right. Sorry we couldn't be more help then.
Oh no! You have been quite the helpful in this endeavor.
He nods and goes back to his studies. Was there anything that you wanted to ask or tell your master? Anything in particular?
Well, I tell about the group that basically I tell what we found out.
Okay.
And what has been happening in here.
Okay.
And also mention that my sister has not been found yet.
All right. With that, you get some rest. The rest of the party is returning to the ship, or in Ockar's case, returning to his family home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lafdul will go to the fate scale before going back to rest. He's just checking in, make sure everything's in order.
Okay. So you meet up with Atalia again, and she kind of gives you a great big grin when you come in. And she says, "Well, that was a fine bit of work you did. We've already spoken to Woolworth and gotten what we can out of him. I think that for your work, you deserve a reward." And she passes you a small wooden coffer.
It's not a trap, is it? Because I've had bad experiences with traps lately.
She chuckles and says, "No,
I
no,
make
it
a
is.
joke.
It is not. It is not even locked. Although maybe we should have."
It's always good to keep refreshed on these things.
It comes with the compliments of the juggler herself.
Oh. Alright. I thank her. I'm glad to assist the guild however I can.
Okay. Inside of it rests a very large sapphire stone set in a platinum ring. Large for a ring of that type.
A platinum ring.
Yeah. And as you are leaving Atalia's chambers, she says, "Oh, I suppose I should also say that it comes compliments of one of the finest families on Bral." She says with a cheeky grin.
Oh. Wait, what?
In other words, it's stolen.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You would estimate its value at 7,500 gold pieces.
70. Wow. Okay.
Well, you would expect the thieves would steal the rewards for other thieves.
I mean, I would be disappointed if they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Can
You
I
now
cast
have a
detect
reward
magic
that-
on that?
You can.
Just out of curiosity.
You can. It's not magical.
Ah. Oh well. That's not bad.
Okay.
You now have a reward that can get you jailed for a crime.
Yeah, I
you did.
know, right? I can't be sold on Bral.
That's why you're going to find somebody to fence it off to.
I mean, you could take it to a fence.
No, I'll just sell it off Bral somewhere.
Alright.
Has it got any hallmarks or family crest insignias or
Nothing that you notice.
any
We can go back to
jewelers?
Radol and sell it there.
There's no particular distinguishing features on it. It's just a very well crafted platinum ring with a sapphire, a blue sapphire.
I doubt any of us really wants to go back to Radol anytime soon.
No, but Higgimus wants to go to Forge Space at some point, so I could probably just sell it there.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to go to Ford Space too, which may be a thing we're going to be doing after this.
Maybe. We'll see what happens.
Where the hell do I put this?
So spellcasters can swap out their spells and everything like that.
We gain a hit point back.
Yes. Lafdul gets fully healed, of course.
It's very handy, left.
It is. It is pretty
isn't it?
handy.
It just means that I'm always volunteering to fill the traps,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Oh, I can use my
5th level spells.
level. Yes.
And if you have any spells that you wanted to write into your spellbook from spellbooks that you've found in the past, you can do that this evening as well.
I'll have to do that next week because I lost one of the documents I'm using.
Oh, okay. I hope it's just a misplacement rather than an actual loss.
I can tell you next week.
Okay. If you need me to send you some information again, I can try to get that. Anyway, is there anything that anyone wants to do before they rest?
I don't think we've got much time because Braxon's thinking we need to find some people that can put the word out to look for these missing women.
Sinrae is going to stop by the local courier's office and just let them know.
Okay. They are very disappointed at the news of Yusian's death. They had high hopes for him, and they also acknowledge your comments about the middle magistrate and say, yeah, they tend to be pretty hard-nosed about everything they do.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think I'm going to probably have to work with this adventuring group for a little bit. Simply because they've paid a fine off for me now twice.
Oh, that's
Yeah. But at least it'll be interesting passage to interesting places where
well,
more
certainly
interesting messages.
Certainly, if you travel anywhere, let us know before you go, and we'll see if there's anyone who has messages that they wish delivered there.
Of course. Thank you.
No problem. So real fast, the Couriers Guild is fairly loose, so it's not like you're employed by them. They just use, people who are, you join the guild and everything like that, but when someone wishes to have a message sent someplace, they just go to all their different people and find out who's appropriate and stuff like that.
Yep, figured that.
Okay. Alright, Higgimus, were you about to say something?
I was going to say, after Ockar and I go visit his temple and get our diagnosis, I was going to say that I would send a runner for everybody and arrange for a big meal to kind of celebrate the fact that we made it through another fight. And
you have been diagnosed with wolf head.
Yeah. Been worse. And then and I'll just invite the entire group here to a feast type of thing.
Okay, let me take a quick look.
Can Lafdul use that hat to change his head into a wolf's head?
Nobody could use his alter self to do so.
Why?
And then we murdered him.
To trick people. Alright, so, Ockar,
then we take
the spell reveals, or the priest Arngrimmer says that he does not detect any lycanthropy in you. And Higgimus, he does not detect any lycanthropy in you. And Sinrae, you also were getting checked out?
Yes.
And he does not detect any lycanthropy in you.
Woo.
Yes, we are not going to turn into monsters.
Well, that's fortunate. What, do you say that out loud, Ockar?
Yeah.
But Ockar, I am a monster.
No, you're a Higgimus.
He's hungry hippo.
Yeah. All right.
You're not going
Hippos
to
are not monsters.
All right, so you head to you want to go to one of the taverns or restaurants or something, kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the next day.
Yeah.
Before heading to the place to eat, I will look out for someone to draw a picture of the Shah woman. I will use impart knowledge to transfer my memory of her.
You would probably need to go through the greater market, and that would take a bit of time.
Okay, well,
it's probably not something you could just do on the way to meet up with everyone.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing it first thing in the morning.
Yeah, I don't think you'd have time. It doesn't take very long for that spell to be cast on Higgimus, Ockar, and Sinrae, and I'm assuming that the meal that you're doing is more like a
Working a
breakfast
reservation.
than a lunch thing, so that you get an early start on whatever you want to do.
Could
Yeah.
could Braxon pop round the temples while the others are getting their werewolf check?
No, it's they had the spell ready. They just they couldn't do it the night before because they didn't have the spell ready. And
Oh, okay.
once they had
Yeah.
the spell ready, it doesn't take very long. It takes 3 minutes to basically check everyone.
Okay.
Yes.
It's like, we need to make sure we don't have werewolf rabies.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I'll do it later then.
at the meal, are you gonna do some discussing?
Yeah, I'll just say, so we're still missing people, aren't we?
We still need
Yeah.
to find the women.
Yes, we are still
Solas
missing,
sister.
and I was thinking about going to hire an artist to draw a picture of the Shao woman that I saw, and
It's
also
probably a good idea.
want to draw a picture of my sister.
Well, Sinrae and Solas, I have appreciated your company on this trip. And I just want to say that anytime you want to come along with one of our journeys for the Company of Broken Sword, you're more than welcome to. And if you do happen upon any information about your sister or any of these missing people, we'll be more than willing to help you out with that.
I might take you up on that. I do feel obliged since you have paid some hefty fines, partly for me, to pay you back in some way.
Higgimus just nods.
Yes, and you have helped me, even though we haven't found my sister yet. I still feel grateful for your help, and I feel like I would be bad friend if I didn't help you back.
All right. Well,
I still think we should try and find his sister and the other women.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that is still my priority at the moment.
well, once
So
we
hopefully
get some
we'll
more
find
information on
something
that, we
about
can.
her. I mean, if there's still cases of people going missing, that means we'll eventually get new evidence for this case. And I
Well-
don't want anybody else to go missing, but it helped create leads.
I'm wondering what they would do with women, because we know they've been eating the men. There wasn't any evidence they were eating women, was there?
Well,
Maybe
No,
she might have been turned and
And
These-
I think this might be that there is another group that is making these other
Yes.
people missing, because everyone Silverhair captured was basically after her shows, but my sister disappeared when she was going to restaurant.
This is
Right.
a bit of a crazy theory, but do you think we're dealing with yet another Xiao monster? Because this isn't the first time we've dealt with a monster preying after women.
Oh yeah.
revenge of the same Shao.
it's a
Because
possibility.
if you remember, a long time ago, we dealt with a Xiao vampire-like monster that was feasting on women.
Yeah, or trying to. That was the one that's trying to do something with that woman that was going to get married.
Yeah, Solas, was your sister gonna be married anytime soon?
And I haven't heard about her having even a lover at the time.
Then maybe not that specific one, but it's
Right.
still a theory.
Okay, so the women that went missing, is there anything we can think of that they have in common? The men that went missing had some sort of connection with the theatre.
Well,
So-
what do we know about the woman who went missing other than the one we saved?
She was more connected with the theater and the fact that she was with Worf.
Yeah, I said
Yeah.
other than her. So,
Well,
I'll-
I do not
did we
know
figure out anything
about
about those women that went missing?
One was essentially a housewife type person.
What did they all look like?
So one was a housewife, and the other two.
Well, one of the other two was Solas' sister. The other one was a young woman about 25.
A housewife, Solas' sister, and a 25-year-old woman.
Yeah.
What did they all look like? Did they have similar features, like blonde hair, blue eyes?
Like Shao women?
None of them were Shao. The housewife was in her 40s and brown hair. The young woman who disappeared was blonde, and she was she was basically a weaver. You know, in
Not a
one
spell
of the
weaver.
no.
What about their personalities? My sister, for instance, is very helpful and always helps people in need.
You don't have enough information about the other two to know. You certainly didn't hear anything about them being mean or cruel or strongly disliked or anything like that, though.
Sola, how old was your sister? Solas?
20 years of age.
So probably not that. I was thinking of somebody collecting themselves a maiden, a matron, and a crone.
Did the women go missing in the middle city or the lower city?
Lower city.
Yes!
Okay, good. So we don't have to deal with the damn middle watch.
Right, okay. So, did they go missing on similar locations?
No one's really sure exactly when they went missing. I mean,
They just didn't show up one day.
yeah, and they were.
Do we know where they live and where they work?
Well, the housewife didn't work.
Right.
And basically her family, you know, went out to do their jobs, and they came home and she was gone.
And my sister, she lives in the dormitories like me, and is also a researcher.
Yeah.
Well, we tried looking for your sister's item, and it was taken, wasn't it? So let's find out. Let's find out if the housewife had anything, or if the other lady had anything.
Well, I am going to get an artist to draw a portrait of the woman I saw the.
And we could show
medallion
people in
with
Showtown that woman.
Yes.
That's a great idea. But remember that spell that Lafdul had for tracking something?
Well, we did find the amulet.
Yeah, but maybe the other women also had something.
Yeah,
that is also.
It doesn't have to be valuable. It
Very
just has to be
true.
something.
We could ask around their families.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, so Solas is going to go get the sketches. Anyone going with him?
Yeah.
I'll go with Solas.
Okay. Did anyone else want to spend that time going to try and get some more information about these other two women?
Yeah, Braxon wants to see if we can get some information.
Same.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, you guys do that. I'll be with Solas so that he has somebody with him.
All right. So what about Higgimus and Lafdul? What do you guys want to do?
Okay, well, what's the plan so far?
Solas and Ockar are going to get sketches. Braxon, Sinrae, and Leva are going to be asking about the other two missing women.
Is there an abouts area that they lived around or worked around area?
The housewife was up near the Lesser Market. The other woman was, let me see what part of town that would be? The other woman, she was...
Do we have names for
Around
these
here.
women?
No.
Well, you have for my
You
sister.
just have general locations of where they
Yeah.
were.
So that's where she lived.
Could you
It
ping that
says-
again? Oh, lower market. That's close to lower market.
It's... People in Bral wouldn't consider that close to the lower market.
So, few
Close to the lower market would be that block right around the lower market.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ockar
this is
lives close to
probably-
the lower market.
This might even be a different barrio.
Yeah, it would be.
What was the name of the restaurant Ockar's mother worked?
It's the tavern called the Golden Helm, I believe. 114, I think.
No, I'm not sure that's the right one. Let me double check the list.
Rampant
of,
Lion. Yeah,
It was
the
what?
Rampant Lion.
It was the Rampant Lion.
Yeah, because
I
my
had the
sister
number right,
was going
number
to
The name wrong.
dinner with her friends in the Rampant Lion when she went missing.
Then you and me can go talk to my mother about that after we're done getting your sketches.
So
this is-
Solas has already talked to to your mother. That's how he got referred to
yeah,
you. So
your
Oh, right,
mother
right,
was
he's
right.
not
That's
gonna
how
get
you-
he's not gonna get any more information out of there.
Yeah, that's how you got reference to me. Gotcha.
Yeah,
So
she never got to the Rampant Lion.
so this is confined near the lower part of Bral.
Yeah,
as
it's
opposed to the mid one.
well. I
Yeah.
mean, to be fair, Solas's sister comes from. I mean, like she was staying in the library 16. So to a certain extent, that part could span almost the entire length of Brawl.
Yeah, that's a problem.
But she went missing.
Technically, where she lives would be considered
It's still the middle
higher
city.
magistrate territory.
No, it's still the middle city actually.
Oh. Oh, do you have to go across the bridge to be in the upper city?
No. That's just all those big houses.
And then where do we find the acorn thing? the
That
necklace.
was on Park Street, in the middle city
one
by
of the one of
arena.
the side
Don't know.
streets.
Okay.
Mhm.
So Higgimus and Lafdul, what are you doing? Are you going with one of the other two, or is there a different plan that you have?
I'm going to be well, I kind of would like to have a sketch. And somebody else is getting a sketch, right?
Yeah, that's what
I
we're
guess
doing.
I guess
mean, you
I
can still
will
go with them.
go and booze it up to the taverns and that sort of thing, and just kind of chit chat with different barkeep.
Yeah,
maybe
you're more,
check
you're
with
more in your own environment.
check with oh my goodness, what's his name? The beholder guy,
Large Luigi.
Large Luigi. He seems to know stuff sometimes.
Okay, Lafdul, are you going with Higgimus?
Yeah, I'll go with Higgimus. I don't really have a directive at the moment.
What's your sister's name again, Solas?
It's Caroline Hayes.
You gave us a description of her, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll take our break now, and when we come back in about 10 minutes, we'll have the party do all of that stuff. So we'll see you guys in
That's
about
cool.
10 minutes.